but if not, we'll record the event, we'll put it on our Laker YouTube channel, and so if you have any family members you want to share it with, feel free to share that. Are we live, Mr. Seagroves, or just recording? Okay, good. Sometimes that makes me nervous when I'm live. And then just a big thank you to our families, our parents, our friends that all support our kids all year long. You guys are there making sure they're here at school, that they have a good breakfast, that they get their homework done, all those things. So we really appreciate the parents and the families that support our students. So we're excited for this event, and at this time, we're going to introduce and recognize our spotlight students. We're going to call them up a grade level at a time. We'll do 3rd grade first, and so we will have them line up right here, and then I'll call one at a time. Come up here and read the amazing things that their teachers said about them, give them their certificate, and then the little the spotlight letter that their teachers wrote, and then you guys can just kind of go right off that way and back to your seat, and then we'll line up 4th grade and 5th grade, and so I think we're set. All right, so anyone that's in a 3rd grade classroom that's a spotlight student, please come line up over here right behind Mr. Caden Smith. He's going to be first. I'm going to get my glasses so that I can see what I was doing. You're first. Yep. This is Caden Smith. Caden is an absolute joy to have in class. He's very respectful and kind to all of his classmates. He is able to focus and really work hard to get his work completed. He raises his hand to not only ask questions, but to also answer them. He's willing to attempt to answer any question that is asked and will also wait patiently to be called on. His classmates beg to be partners with him, and during recess, he can be found in the middle of a group of students. Caden continues to show the love of learning and continues be kind to all. And that's from Mrs. Galahad. Congratulations. Sadie Swartzendrew. Sadie is a wonderful person to not only have in class, but to know. She's soft-spoken and has only shown kindness in class. She's willing to work with anyone and works hard to make sure that she's doing her work well and getting it turned in. Sadie's very friendly, and she usually can be found with a smile on her face, especially after talking with her friends. She's a kind-hearted person and very respectful. Continue to show the willingness to learn and always be kind from Mrs. Galahad. Abby Hildreth. Whoops. You know what? We'll switch. All right, we'll do Paige Sacco first, then we'll do Abby, okay? All right, this is Paige Sacco. He has been a rock star in 3rd grade this year. He lights up every room he is in with his fun personality. I enjoy his humor and hearing about the things he loves. He would love to become Spider-Man, and I know he would do a great job at it. His love for learning is so evident. He is very engaged in our class discussions and always has something to add. He has a great memory for new facts, especially new vocabulary words and their definitions. He works hard and doesn't give up. Keep up the great work, Paige. You have a bright future ahead from Mrs. McIntosh. Abby Hildreth. Abby is new to Lakers this year, but it feels like she's always been here. She is a very sweet girl and is great friends to others. She leads with a quiet example, and I can always trust her to do the right thing. Abby works hard in all that she does. She doesn't give up when faced with a challenge. She keeps trying and pushing through until the challenge has been conquered. I'm so proud of Abby. She has a bright future, and I'm so glad that I get to be her teacher this year from Mrs. McIntosh. Olivia Gino. nominating Olivia for Spotlight Student. Olivia always comes prepared to learn. She's always committed to do her best. Olivia is very responsible and respectful towards her teachers and her classmates. She's very willing to help out whenever is needed, and she is always smiling and extremely kind to her classmates. Olivia is a great role model. Keep up the good work, Olivia, from Miss Purple. I am nominating Reese for Spotlight Student. Reese is such a kind and helpful student. He's very thoughtful and is always asking if there's anything I need him to do. Reese puts forth a lot of effort, often doing extra homework. Reese comes to school ready to learn and tries his hardest at all subjects. I enjoy having Reese in my class this year. Keep up the great work, Reese, in Miss Roughly. We can have the fourth graders line up. We'll do Mr. Estelle's class, then Mrs. Orlick's, and then Mrs. Post. But you can all line up at the same time. All right, our first Spotlight student for fourth grade is Adeline Riley. Adeline is such a hard worker. She's always trying her best no matter the circumstance. I'm so proud of her willingness to learn and to help out in the classroom. She always gets her work turned in on time and tries hard. Adeline is a kind and caring individual, and I'm so happy she's in my class. Keep up the great work, Adeline, from Mr. Estelle. All right, Marley K. Moore. Marley is a sweet, caring individual who cares deeply about her schoolwork. I can count on Marley to do what is right at all times. Marley works hard, and it shows every day in the quality of her work. Marley cares about her classmates and is so supportive of them when they need that extra push of encouragement. I'm so glad she's in my class. Keep up the great work, Marley, from Mr. Estelle. Cole Wisdella. Cole is a great example of a Spotlight student. Cole is a very hard worker and always gives his best. He actively participates in classroom discussions and brings so much to our conversations. Cole's bright smile and wonderful sense of humor brings so much joy to our class. His kindness is appreciated in and out of the classroom. Cole always has a positive attitude, and that rubs off on those around him. He's dedicated to his education and shows this by the extra effort he puts into his work. Keep being the great example of our Spotlight student that you are, from Mrs. Orlick. Brooklyn Jackson. I recommend Brooklyn for Spotlight student for many reasons. Brooklyn is a very hard worker and always gives her best. She enjoys going above and beyond and demonstrates this by setting goals and meeting and exceeding these goals. When given the opportunity to help in some extra way, Brooklyn's face always lights up and her response is yes. She's also kind and sincere to her classmates and is always willing to lend them a hand. Brooklyn always has a cheerful and positive attitude that rubs off on those around her. Her love for learning is contagious. Keep smiling and being a great example you are, from Mrs. Orlick. Aubrey Hearn. It is my pleasure to recommend Aubrey Hearn for second marking period Spotlight student. Aubrey is a conscientious student who demonstrates responsibility in her actions and work. She makes great choices and always gives her best effort. I'm particularly impressed with her ability to work well with others and her willingness to keep trying. Thank you, Aubrey, for being a great student, friend, and classmate. Keep shining, from Mrs. Post. lined up behind Dylan. The next one is Dylan Mccarty. Come on up. Dylan Mccarty is being recommended for second marking period spotlight student. Dylan is a responsible student who always strives to do his best. He is great at math and a fantastic artist. He is also a great role model for other students. I'm particularly impressed with his organizational skills. Thank you, Dylan, for being a great student, friend, and classmate. Keep doing your best and working hard. Your future is bright. Mrs. Post. All right, we will do Mrs. Jurgis, then Mr. Purple, and then Mrs. Pike. So our first spotlight student for 5th grade is Eliana Purple. I am very proud to nominate Eliana for marking period 2 spotlight student. Eliana came to Laker Elementary as a new student and has just amazed me with how well adjusted she has become. Eliana is the first to volunteer to help out in and outside of the classroom. She's kind to all of her classmates and willing to offer help at any time to those who may be struggling. Eliana works extremely hard at getting all of her assignments done on time and is an all-around awesome student. She also likes to share her love of games and books with her classmates. Eliana, you are an amazing girl, and I cannot wait to see what your future holds from Mrs. Jurgis. Adeline Orlick. I'm very proud to nominate Adeline Orlick for marking period 2 spotlight student. Addie is an all-around amazing student and friend to her peers. She's the first one to volunteer to help anyone with anything. Addie is always kind to her classmates and respectful to the adults in the classroom. She's extremely responsible when it comes to school and homework too. Adeline is a leader in the class and has an amazing future ahead of her. Continue to work hard and be the kind girl that you are, and you will move mountains. Mrs. Jurgis. Drake Brown. Drake is a man with a plan. You can see this in almost everything he does. The second he gets a task, he creates a strategy of how he will excel at that task, be it schoolwork or hunting goals. He's driven to put his best foot forward in all that he does. Drake is also a good team player. Once he finishes his own goals, he looks around and helps others reach theirs. Often during a group event or game, he works hard to uplift his classmates and teammates so that they can be all triumphant together. Drake's combination of personal achievement and consideration for others is an advantage for his entire community. Congratulations from Mr. Purple. Chloe Katie. As a teacher, I could go on and on about Chloe's skills in the classroom. However, what really sticks out to me is Chloe's kindness. Chloe is someone who is ready to help anyone and everyone. She's a dedicated competitor, but quick with a kind word as well. And while she could boast about her wins in the classroom games, she's modest and humble. Chloe is sensitive to the needs of others, and she tries to make space to meet what needs she can. While Chloe's modesty would not demand recognition, I'm pleased to say that her actions do. For this reason, I'm pleased to nominate her for Spotlight Student. Congratulations from Mr. Purple. I choose Jonah for my Spotlight student for many reasons. There are so many wonderful things I can say about him, but here are just a few of his great characteristics. Jonah has a great attitude towards learning and always does exceptional work. He cooperates all the time with me, his other teachers, and his fellow students. He's well liked by his classmates and is a friend to all. And everything he does, he is hardworking and respectful, and I appreciate that. Keep up the great work, Jonah. I know you're going to do great things in life. From Mrs. Putnam. We have one student who's not here, Kennedy Freshman, so we'll recognize her at our next Spotlight Student Breakfast. But I thank you for coming and celebrating with us. We are going to get a group picture, so we'll have the kids get all line up here on the risers in a second, and feel free to get a picture, but we'll also get a picture, we'll share it on Facebook. So one big round of applause for all of our music college students. All right, we can have our maybe 5th graders kind of up at the top here on the riser, and then 4th grade, 3rd grade, and we'll get a picture. I'll get this right here. Come on up, guys.
I wasn't planning on it, but I can try.